We start the morning rush with a new scheme targeting local businesses and someone claiming to be affiliated with a local high school. Rio Rancho Public Schools says 4G Sports Graphics, a California-based company, is trying to take money from businesses by claiming to sell winter sports ads, all for Cleveland High School. The district says they're in no way affiliated with this company. If you receive a call like this, you're asked to contact the district. Kristen.
Mostly sunny skies across the state today. We are not looking at a big weather maker by any means this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll go minor weather maker, which is a cold front moving through. If anything, a few flurries over the north, but cooler temperatures in the northeast. Everybody else not affected. David?
We expect to learn more about a crash on I-40 near Unser. This is it from last night. Now, this includes the identity of the person killed. Now, this will not be a trouble spot for your morning commute today. Albuquerque Fire Rescue says the crash involved a semi-truck and at least one other vehicle. An investigation is still underway. Another spot that is back open for your morning commute is I-40 near the Route 66 casino. Two semi-trucks involved in a head-on crash there yesterday closed the area for a while. Now, 2 people were killed, while 1 man was flown to UNM Hospital, where he remains listed in critical condition. Now to some breaking news. Former Trump campaign advisor Roger Stone has been arrested and indicted by a federal grand jury. He is set to appear in court this morning. The indictment says Stone was allegedly in touch with an organization that leaked emails from Democrats during the 2016 election. It says Stone spoke to Trump campaign officials about the organization and damaging information to the Clinton campaign. Now, the government shutdown is set to enter a 6th week, and 800,000 federal workers will now miss another paycheck today. This after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi rejected the idea of a down payment on President Trump's border wall as a way to reopen the federal government. The president floated the idea after a pair of Senate bills failed. A House bill proposing background checks here in New Mexico on some gun sales is moving forward, but some questions remain. The bill would make buying or selling a gun privately without a background check a misdemeanor. The bill does not say what appears when what happens when a buyer or seller breaks the proposed law. A bill that would legalize recreational marijuana in New Mexico will have to clear 2 more House committees before being heard on the House floor. The bill is proposing to make it legal for anyone 21 and over to have up to 2 ounces of pot. The bill would then allow cities and towns to ban the sale of pot, but not the private growing of the plant. The governor's pick for Secretary of Public Education is likely preparing to get to work this morning. Lujan Grisham appointed Karen Trujillo to the position yesterday. Trujillo is the current interim associate dean for research. This is all at the NMSU College of Education. The governor also named 4 deputy secretaries. Albuquerque will soon have a new inspector general. This is after the city council is naming Kenneth Bramlett to the position. Bramlett is the former inspector general for Los Angeles Public Schools. Bramlett's role will be investigating potential waste and corruption. Officers on the streets will be earning less overtime. This as APD raises prices for businesses who want to pay for the chief's program. The program allows private businesses to pay to have an officer on site. The price increase is because officers recently received a pay raise, and APD says the rate should be comparable. Now, there's also now a cap of 25 hours on chief's overtime. Bernalillo County firefighters are tackling firefighter safety with 2 new engines. The engines will have clean cab compartments, and they will store their gear. Now, that limits their exposure to carcinogens that usually stick to their gear. You could see some of them as early as mid-February. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index pretty low, only at a 1 for some cold temperatures we have this morning. But this afternoon, less wind, a few more puffy clouds, and temperatures near average in the upper 40s. David?
Ahead of an auction this weekend, a battle continues over who has rights to historic documents. Robert G. McCubbin was set to auction off at least 30 lots of historic Lincoln County Courthouse records, but AG Hector Balderas says those belong to the state. He's now asking the auctioneer to stop the sale. McCubbin says he will turn them over, but wonders if the state can prove ownership. The woman who pled guilty to 2 counts of vehicular homicide and aggravated DWI is now serving her reduced sentence in prison. 10 months ago, Christy Noriega hit 2 men changing a tire. This is along I-25 near Bernalillo, killing the 2. Now, she was originally sentenced to 30 years in prison, but Judge Lewis McDonald reduced that to just 3. Health officials say flu numbers could peak soon. In its latest flu report, the Department of Health said there have been 68 flu-related deaths. This is all taking place in the state so far this season. Now, over the last few years, the flu season did not peak until mid to late February. The report says last flu season there were 284 deaths. Well, you can catch some cool cars at Expo New Mexico today. That's because the 28th annual Supernationals Custom Car Show will feature more than 200 of them. That's of the nation's top hot rods, custom cars, muscle cars, and a whole lot more. Now, vehicles from 9 different states are scheduled to be there, all competing for more than $10,000 in cash and prizes. It all begins at noon today. New at 6, drivers are getting more risky about phones on the road. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, drivers were observed using their phones 57% more often last year than in 2014. The Highway Safety Watchdog is warning that this can be deadly. Now, they say nationwide there were 800 deaths, all attributed to distracted driving in 2017. Kristen.
Time now for a check on that Friday morning commute. No major crashes or accidents out there, and as far as the flow goes, looking at Friday light out across the streets and nothing happening at the Big I.
Well, the Rams are not the only ones going to the big game. The first ever male NFL cheerleaders are heading to Super Bowl 53. The two men made history last year when they made the Los Angeles Rams cheer squad, and they're about to make history again as the first male cheerleaders to perform at the Super Bowl.
We're taking you back 3 years ago on this day, January 25th, 2016. We had heavy snow over the Sangre de Cristo Mountains with an upper level trough and some upslope flow going. We were looking at widespread 4 to 8 inches on average of snowfall up there. Even areas out near Las Vegas, 20 to 30 inches. That was 3 years ago on this day. Time now for the 5 facts. We start with number 5. Good news for fishers this morning. Fenton Lake is stocked with rainbow trout. Despite the lake being iced over, 1,000 rainbow trout were released last week through holes crews cut in the ice. Game and Fish's weekly report says fishing at Lake Fenton has been very good.
At number 4 this morning, health officials say the flu might not peak in the state for the next few weeks. In the latest flu report, the Department of Health says there have been 68 flu-related deaths. This is happening in the state this season so far. Now, over the last few years, the flu season did not peak until mid to late February. The report says the last flu season, there were 284 deaths, with a sharp spike happening in early February.
At number 3, temperatures near average today in the upper 40s. We have pleasant conditions across the state. Weak cold front moves in this weekend. A little cooler in the northeast, some flurries possible up north, but the temperatures continue to warm with 50s by Sunday.
At number 2, turning now to an update. As you head out the door this morning, I-40 near Unser is reopened after being shut down because of this horrific scene. Albuquerque Fire Rescue says one person died in this crash, which involved a semi-truck and at least one other vehicle. But the semi crashed so hard that it caused the concrete barrier to break and a massive fireball to erupt. An investigation into what caused the wreck is underway. There's no word on the identity of the person at this time who died. And at number 1, the Rio Rancho School District is warning people of a scheme going around with someone pretending to be affiliated with one of its schools. One victim says someone was claiming to sell winter sports ads for Cleveland High School. Now, after making several payments, the victim says that she had a difficult time getting in touch with somebody from the business. Now, that's when she decided to contact the Rio Rancho School District to see if it was indeed valid. School officials say they are in no way affiliated with this business. Rio Rancho Public Schools has made efforts to reach out to the business with no luck. If you get a call like this, you're asked to notify the district.